AM-34, Jet VEHICON General. That is pretty much all I can read here.
Hi, welcome back. eBEFOREi here, reviewing another Takara Tomy Transformers Prime Arms Micron character. This is AM-34 Jet VEHICON General. Now, I'll be honest, I pre-ordered this before I ever saw a picture of what he looked like. I heard that there was going to be a silver VEHICON, and this was actually before this character debuted on the television show. So, I knew that I liked the mold. I never actually owned this mold, or this version of a VEHICON. So pre-order went in, well then the pictures came out. And oh my goodness, was it bland. Yeah, I'm afraid it was. It was gray and not very much paint and a whole big silver sparkly head. It was a little weird. Now, it wouldn't be the first time that something came across on the internet as a picture, not quite the same as it looks when it's actually in your hands. So I decided to keep my pre-order, got this guy in, and I'm excited to show him to you and, well, just see if he's cool or, disappointing. I guess we'll find out. Together, you and me. Quick box review, he's AM-34 Jet VEHICON General, Decepticon symbol. He comes with his little arms Micron buddy. He's an iguana that turns into a weapon. Since he's an iguana, obviously his name is IGU, because that's kind of like what an iguana sounds like. Just like if eBEFOREi were a Micron, I'd be Eba. On the back of the box, you have Jet VEHICON General buried somewhere in this picture, and he's holding a giant combiner weapon. It shows you that you can peg the weapon in, and his little iguana guy, and he comes with the sticker sheet. Oh, you know how I love stickers. Stickers! Love them. Love those stickers. I'm not convincing myself very well. So anyway, that's the back of the box. Since I can make out his technical specs, his HP is 2300, SP 1600, AP 1100. Still don't know what that means. His strength is a 6, intelligence is 6, speed is an 8, endurance is a 6, rank is a 5. He's a general. Come on, give him a 6. Courage is an 8, fire blast is 6, and skill is a 5. And a cool little action shot of him transforming, because that's what Transformers do. On the bottom, your guess is as good as mine. Anyway, that's the box review. Let's go ahead and get this guy open, out of the package, and see just how bland he is or is not. Can you see him? Because he might be blending in like a chameleon to my white background. Here's Jet VEHICON opened up and out of the box, and boy is he bland. There's no other way to look at it, folks. I mean, yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot of paint. He's a cool-looking mold. I really like the way that he looks, but yeah, he's not painted up at all. There's nothing here. Actually, I take that back. There is some paint on this figure. Let's take a closer look. As you may or may not be able to tell, his section right up here on top of the roof is painted silver. It's very subtle paint. There's nothing real fancy here. The back portion here, the front portion of the hood, the side of the vehicle, the back of the vehicle, the wings, there's no other paint except for these silver little pieces right in here. Ooh. And a continuation on the top of the car, right here where his little windshield wipers are. That is all of the paint on this figure. Other than that, this is Transformers the Movieverse Sideswipe Gray, is exactly what this is. So that could be a turnoff for some people, especially those that don't like to put on stickers to make a character really pop. Now, I'm hoping that the stickers do some good here. In fact, I'm really hoping that. Let's go ahead and get him stickered up, and then we'll take a closer look with the stickers on. Alright, here he is, all stickered up, and well, he's still kind of bland. Now, I will tell you, he's not so bland in robot mode. That is this figure's strength. However, as is, it definitely did improve things, but it didn't really do much here. So as you can see, the real obvious thing is that you've got red right here on both sides of the wings. Got a Decepticon symbol right there. And you've got these stickers right here that kind of go right along the panel lines in the front of the car. And that is it. Still nothing on the back, still nothing else on the wings, nothing on the hood, nothing on the top of the car or the jet. Yeah, what you see is what you get here. WYSIWYG. Now, I certainly don't mind it too much. It's just not terribly exciting. Let's take a look at some of the details of this car up close, and the details are pretty good. Getting into the details on this, so this is a jet and not a car, but he's been heavily retooled. They share the same transformation as the original RID VEHICON, but the jet VEHICON version is heavily retooled here. So basically, you have quite a bit of difference here. In fact, we'll actually compare him with an original RID VEHICON here in just a moment. But I love the detail in here. You've got almost like these air intake vents, which is awesome because, again, he's a jet VEHICON. Probably the best thing to do at this point would be to bring in an original RID figure. And you can see that, I mean, hardly nothing stayed the same as far as the panel moldings are concerned. Looking at the front, completely retooled. At the side, well, the jet's missing wheels because he's a jet, so you don't have the wheels molded into the paneling, which you do here. The side of the doors are completely remolded. No Micron port on the original. These back parts, again, similar, but completely remolded. These fins are actually molded in to where the spoiler on the original is actually a separate piece of plastic on a hinge. This is molded into the plastic and is not actually a spoiler. On the back, you got two different molded pieces on the back panel. Again, you've got the straight lines across molded into the plastic. And here you've got a triangle in kind of pyramidal shape, completely different. So besides the general overall sleek nature of the jet vehicle, of course you have the more obvious of wings, so there's that. And just to get a basic comparison of height up against the wall and general width, there they are side by side. Now here's IGU transformed into his weapon mode, and we'll actually transform him a little bit later on, but you can see that there are numerous ports that you can put Micron. So if you want to, you could stick them right here on the wing. And I'll tell you, generally, I'm not a fan of putting weapons on vehicles, but that looks pretty slick. I mean, that looks pretty awesome. He's got side ports right here, so you could stick them right there if you want to. You could put them up here. You could put them right there. I mean, really, there's got to be like 17 combinations or more. So there's quite a bit that you could do with the ARMS Micron weapon. Now, you've seen Jet VEHICON General here with stickers. We're going to go ahead and get him transformed. We'll walk you through the transformation, show you what robot mode looks like without stickers, and then you'll see where this guy really shines. With just a couple of little things added, turn this guy into a worthy part of my collection. To transform him, oh, and I know it looks like I took the stickers off, but you actually traveled back in time, and you didn't even need a TARDIS. Anyway, to get him transformed, what you basically want to do is you want to come around to the back and you want to unpeg these wings. So the wings are tabbed into the side. You just want to pull it down like that, come around to the back, and you want to take this whole section, kind of get some clearance here, lift the whole thing up like that, and it just kind of tabs into place right here on the back. It's not a hard click or anything, but it's a satisfying little thump and you know that it's in the right place. From that point, you can just kind of put these back and get them out of the way. The next thing you want to do is you want to take the arms out, and you just have to unpeg. Again, if you have the regular VEHICON, you basically know what you're getting here, but you want to make sure that these pegs come out. Don't break your figure like I almost just did. Pull the pegs out on both sides, and basically you've freed up his arms at this point. You want to grab these front pieces right here on the vehicle. You want to tilt them up just like that. Then you want to grab this top piece and just bring the whole thing down, just like that. Now, one of the coolest transformations on just about any modern Transformer was the way that the VEHICON transformed, just the standard VEHICON, and this one's no different. It's an exercise in folding. So you fold once there, and you fold once there, and basically you pull the legs apart at this point. Just like that, you want to lift these pieces up right here, which become his feet, and you'll notice a peg there and a slot there, and you know what to do. Marry them up. They snap into place, rinse and repeat on the other side, and you basically have his feet done. From this point, if you want to get a head reveal, just take this spoiler, pull it up, and well, there's your head reveal, and put that back. Now, I will say that the Jet VEHICON from the original Takara release, I think that this back panel had some problems where many people couldn't actually put that all the way back without actually going and doing some little hobby knife work back here. This goes back with no problems. I've made no modifications to this figure, so it does look like, at least on my figure, that's not an issue here. You want to come around to the arms, you want to just separate these tabs. You got dual joints here, you just want to pull it open, flip out the hand, do the same thing on the other side. From this point, you can adjust the wings any way you like them, and you're basically ready to stand him up, pose him up. And here we have Jet VEHICON General, no stickers here. I want you to get a quick look at how he looks like transformed with no stickers. And I will say, I am a huge fan of this mold. I just love the way that this thing looks. I mean, wings and all, this is a beautiful transformer. Now, the lack of paint still carries over to robot mode. Let's take a closer look. He does have some paint, and the paint that's here is nice. So here you can see his head. His head has this real nice sparkly paint to it. And he does have that same sparkle right here all around the chest. This is all kind of a metallic looking paint. And the pictures almost made it look like he had this stuff caked on. Like it was real thick and kind of sloppy. In person, this looks great. And I know my lights are reflecting off of him right now, but I think the paint here looks really good for what little paint there is. We'll take a closer look at Jet VEHICON, but let's do so with stickers on. Okay, so here he is with the stickers on. And what's the best way I can put this? Freaking awesome. So he still has bland plastic, alright? Fine. But the stickers really bring this guy out. But when you put him up against other figures, it is freaking awesome. So yeah, sorry for those people on the fence that were thinking that you might be able to save a few bucks by not picking this guy up. You're probably going to have to do it just like I did. Let's take a look at him up close. So basically what we have here is a Decepticon symbol that was placed on his chest. Just like the original RID VEHICON, you still have a kind of a translucent piece of plastic here. And if you look real close, you'll see some robot bits underneath that, and that looks really nice. He does have a spot for light piping on his head, but I believe that's a slick coat of paint back there, and I just shined a real bright light back there. Nothing's coming through to the eyes. We also have stickers right here on the sides of his waist. That was fun to put on. No, it wasn't. You got thin strips right here on each side. You've got red right here on his shins, and this whole little wraparound piece that goes right above his feet. On the wings, you've got a strip here, and on the other side, and also on the front side when he's in his vehicle mode, you have the red strips here as well. Notice the cutouts, because you've got these little grooves right here, and so they're cut out perfectly, so the grooves fit in the hole, essentially. And it's quite a good fit. I didn't run into any stickers in this set that didn't fit. So that's a good thing, and it's, you know, it's something, unfortunately, that I've run into before with Takara figures that need stickers. I love this mold and the way that the wings sit on his back. It's really just pretty awesome. You know, to the point where I wouldn't have even minded if these ended up being like the Seekers of Transformers Prime. I mean, it's just a great mold. You can do with the wings, just like on the original Takara release. You can make him into a little fairy, if you choose to, but I don't think you would. Or you can pull him out and give him that kind of Seeker wings behind the back look. You can also put him out more flush to really get that kind of Seeker look, but then you do limit some arm movement, and you've got these pieces down here which look kind of odd. So mileage may vary on what you want to do, but I kind of tend to just like to take them, just put them back just a little bit, just like that, and I think that's a pretty good look. Now, we've already seen IGU in his weapon mode, and just, you know, so you can see what he looks like holding on to it. I mean, it looks pretty awesome. Yeah, I mean, that's just a really, really cool look. And I mean, I can't even tell you how awesome this guy looks. Just a few stickers really made a big difference here for me. Now, holding on to IGU, he looks great as a weapon. Now, because this is an ARMS Micron figure, he's got Micron ports all over him. I mean, up here on the shoulders, in the sides of the arms, the wings, in the back of the wings, 2 places on the back of the wings, on the side of the legs, and I mean, you could get crazy on what you want to do with this weapon. I mean, you could kind of put it on like Starscream's Null Ray. You could stick it up here, you could put it, I mean, it's really unlimited almost on what you can do with the ARMS Micron itself. Now, you've seen IGU in his weapon mode. Let's go ahead and get him transformed so you can see what he looks like when he's his iguana. Basically, what you want to do is you want to grab these pieces right here, and you want to just pull them down. Just like that, and like that. So you've built the legs. Next, you want a head reveal, so you're going to take this thing right here and lift it up in the air, and then you're going to collapse it onto his back just like that, and there you go. Now, IGU is cool. You know, he looks like an iguana. And if you had the original ARMS Micron VEHICON, I mean, you've seen this before, albeit this one's a slightly different color to match this guy. But he's got the red dot right there on his face, which is cool. That's his eye. Stickers on both sides and the wraparound right here. All in all, I think that this came across very cool. He does look like an iguana. I mean, I think that this guy is pretty cute if, you know, if you ever want to refer to a transforming iguana as cute. Well, you know, this fits the bill. Now, how awesome does Jet VEHICON General look leading a couple of VEHICONs? Well, freaking awesome. Anyway, that's my review of Takara Tomy's Transformers Prime AM-34 Jet VEHICON General. Again, I had reservations about getting this guy out of the box. And while pre-stickers, his vehicle mode was very, very bland, and robot mode really wasn't terribly exciting, the stickers really brought this guy out, made him the Jet VEHICON General with authority, and I could not be more pleased with this purchase. So thanks again for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. We're now 7 months in as a channel, and your support means absolutely everything to me, and thank you so much. If you're watching this video anywhere other than YouTube, you can see all of my videos at youtube.com/eBEFOREiNet. If you want to follow me on Facebook, where I post lots of pictures of things that I'm going to be reviewing soon, and just various other things, you can do so at facebook.com/eBEFOREi. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, well, you can do that too. It's twitter.com/e_before_i. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you again real soon.